You will go to certain meetings and you will see some, for those of you who are men, you will see some women, they will walk in. The perfume they will put on. If you perceive that perfume, you will remember it for 2 years. Perfume. And then when you come, they will say, this person will assist you for this week. When she turns and say hi. When you leave that conference, you will be hearing hi, hi, hi. For 2 months, you hear hi. Hi, hi. Hi won't go. Hi will become a reverberation. Before you know what is happening, you have not seen anything. You will see some men, when they come to a meeting with you, they just talk to you, they give you a gift. When you open it, what you will see there will be more than what you have earned in 10 years. And then they tell you, please call me. That please call me. Even if you are a married woman, you will hear it 1,000,000 times. You will tell your husband next week that there's a course. You are going for training for 2 weeks. Because that please call me, what he gave you will enter your soul and eat you. I'm telling you why many don't survive in the marketplace. It's a treacherous ground. You will need stamina to survive there. Otherwise, you will go there and you will lose your walk with God. Why do you think many of our leaders can't stay in our country? They have met some Arabian girls. They have met some Brazilian ladies. And every weekend, the moment it's Friday, their head turns backward. They want to go for that party till Saturday night. It's on Monday, they come back to office and they say, where are the files? They are signing what they can't read. Because they don't have stamina in priesthood. Do you know how you think life is as simple as this one? You are saying, oh Lord, give me house rent. The problems are not down, they are up. One of my mentors told a story. He said he went for a meeting somewhere and the lady they attached him to, she just, whether she was drinking water or something, water dropped on her and the water rolled from her arm straight down. One molecule didn't hang. The way the skin was. He saw that vision for 2 weeks. If he goes home, he wants to pray, he will just see the skin, the way the skin. He had to pray, Lord help me, Lord help me. Did you read about Solomon? Wise man, great entrepreneur, but suddenly he met strange women. He started building different altars and introduced foreign gods to corrupt the covenant of God. Because there was no stamina. There was no stamina. Before God calls you his certified intercessor, he will check the stamina of your spirit. What can you ignore to focus on God? Can you ignore power? Can you ignore money? Can you ignore women? Can you ignore influence? If you don't have the capacity to ignore everything and stay true to the visions of Abba, you are not a man to be sent to the marketplace. Because commissioning is a rank in the spirit. And for those of us who are priests, God will carry us through this route. When you enter here and God certifies you and you begin to talk and the installations of darkness begins to fall, you will now notice that there are 2 other things that happens to an intercessor. Number 1 is warfare. Because when you start praying and things the devil has planted in territories begin to fall, they will see you as a threat. Who is that person that spoke? And this program that has lasted for 50 years was shut down. They will come for you. And when they come for you, then God will give you the 5th qualification, which is discernment. So that you will know when to run. You will know when to stand to fight. You will know when to sit. You will know when to hide. An intercessor is like the wind. There are times when he rises up with bows and arrows and he fights. There are other times where he disappears. And so for 2 weeks, nobody sees you. And they say, where has he gone to? You are hiding because discernment has come. Not every battle is fought. Some are avoided. But if you don't have the weapon of discernment, you will not know what it takes to operate in those corridors. Ask those that God has commissioned. Their greatest strength, what makes them invincible, is the weapon of discernment. He says, as the wind bloweth, thou knowest not from whence it cometh or whence it goeth. He says, so are they that are born by the Spirit of God. You can go for some meetings. They ask you a question and you don't answer. You just do like this. Whether you are saying yes or no, they can't tell. Because that meeting is not your answer they are looking for. They just wanted to say you too spoke there, so that they will include you among people that will become victims. And so the Holy Ghost tells you your voice cannot be heard. And so although you couldn't escape the meeting, you came. When they are talking, you are just doing like this. You do like this until you go. They now want to probe and attack everybody that went for that meeting. They are doing voicing. When they check the whole voicing, your voice didn't appear. So God used discernment to teach you how to escape. And so you will see that you will be on that corridor changing things, yet you are invincible. Because now you have received the qualification to represent God in those corridors. You can't have such intelligence by studying in Harvard. You have such intelligence because you have disclosures from the realm of God. Sometimes you prepare for a meeting. As you are opening the door to enter that meeting, the Holy Ghost said, only answer the question of the man in blue. And then you enter. Only one person is wearing blue. You sit down. Others are talking. You feel like talking. Keep quiet. You respond to that one man. That's all. You go. They will now come back later and say, who is that person that spoke to the man in blue? You are the only person. And that becomes the reason why you are exonerated or elevated. All of those dynamics are weaved into priesthood. But you see, those powers belong to an intercessor. And so when God calls a man an intercessor, it's because he has the credentials to represent God. He has the credentials to stand in the gap. This is the excellency of priesthood. See, in this weekend, you will be inspired to take over the marketplace. But you see, these are some of the secret weapons that will preserve you. You must grow in ascension until you receive the first rank of an intercessor.